Hello, dear sisters. I want to talk about the huge frequency jump in the energy that we seem to be in the midst of right now. There was a huge energy jump for the Forerunners in December 2017, and the frequency jumps can feel like actually the exact opposite. So, I mean, you're getting closer and closer to the light, to the truth, to remembering who you really are. And then you can come up against these opposing forces that really just want to drag you back, just drag you down, break you down. And that seems to be happening a lot right now with people who are also making these big frequency jumps right now, I'll say in April of 2018. So, I mean, what does this mean? What does this mean? 2018 is a really huge year. In my experience, it is the year of the true beginning. And I have been talking about the beginning, reading about the new beginning, studying the new beginning since 2005 or 2006. So I've known what was coming. But up until then, it's just been a breakdown and working through the dragons, with glimpses of divinity here and there, glimpses of the higher vibration. And, imminently feeling like this is it, this is where the new beginning starts, but it hasn't actually started until now, 2018. And so many of us have made huge leaps this year that there is sort of like this force that's just trying to drag us back down. And so that's why it's so important right now to just remain vigilant to what you know is true. So many people are waking up right now. And so as a forerunner, I have to tell you what I misunderstood what being a forerunner meant and what being a second waver meant and people who are waking up after that. I thought as a forerunner, we'd be paving a path, which we were. We were paving a path to arrive somewhere and sort of be the guiding light for people coming up, and they would have to do the same things that we've had to do in the same way. However, I've come to understand that the forerunners have been, slicing and paving this path, not just to clear it for the people that are coming up behind us, but to gather those coming up behind us and put us all. This is a visualization I've had. We're all in like one line right now. We're all in one line. It's like an even playing field. So people will wake up faster. They will shift frequencies faster. It's happening. The people who are waking up behind the forerunners are waking up at a very, very fast speed. And that's why we're tying in the whole spirit baby boom. I started talking about the spirit baby boom in August of or maybe the fall of 2017. It starts now. It starts here because the frequency here on the earth is able to withstand the very high frequency of these babies coming in. Not only that, the women who are going to birth these babies are now of a higher frequency as well. So it's like becoming the highest version of yourself, to bring in the highest version of your baby. That time is here now. I'm gonna say though, you can't just know this and wait for it. You can't just say, okay, and I know a lot of forerunners have done this. We understand the portals and the gateways and the eclipses and the full moons, and we wait for a date for everything to be all perfect and all right, but that's not how it goes. You have to meet the energy. There are gateways. There are energetic gateways, but you have to meet it with your own energy. So this is what I'm talking about right now, okay? Meeting this very high frequency. And I don't know if anyone could corroborate this with me, but I'm feeling like we're in for a sticky, tricky, maybe 2 to 3 weeks here. And it can feel like an eternity when you're in it. But if you can meet the energy where it is by just sticking to the truth of what you know. And the truth of what you know really is the best case scenario. It's divine order. It's partnering with the angel on your shoulder rather than the devil that's trying to pull you back and say, you know, you're limited, you know, you're never going to have your baby. You know, anything that's trying to keep you in fear and doubt, those triggers will be coming up now. Huge. They will. But the darkness is no match for the truth of who we are, for the truth of our divinity. So I say all this just to give you a heads up that there may be this intensity for the next week to maybe 3 weeks. But just keep your eyes on the truth as much as you can, on your best case scenario. And if you need help, there's so much help on this website. Go through the blogs, especially like the ones believing in the impossible, choosing a higher reality. Seek out the information that lifts you up and expands you. And along those lines, huge frequency jumps everywhere, and that's going to be reflected here on Love from Baby, where I'm going to be doing some rearranging and reorganizing because the huge shifts, you know, where in the past we might have taken baby steps here and back, a little baby step, maybe 1 step forward, 2 steps back. This is a time for huge leaps and shifts. So not even just a linear going forward, but just a shifting into a different timeline, into a different dimension. So I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I am just following divine orders, but my website will be reorganized a little bit starting tomorrow. And in light of that, I'm highlighting my page, The Awakening Series, because I don't know if I'm going to keep it. However, I know that many people need it right now. So in light of that, I have taken all the videos on there, which is Working with the New Energy, Self-Love Part 1 and 2, Dark Night of the Soul, and Physical Considerations. So many of you are having exhaustion. You're having phantom pains that come and go. You're feeling debilitated in some way. This is an indication of the huge frequencies, the huge frequency jumps that we're going through. And it takes our physical bodies a little while to catch up with the spiritual evolution. So the physical considerations would be great right now. Those of you that are feeling like you're stuck in a sort of depression, the Dark Night of the Soul is great. And Working with the New Energy is, it helps you get out of the old patterns. And then Self-Love Part 1 and Part 2. I mean, those are according to the Spirit Babies, self-love is really what we need to do to get home to our divinity. So instead of $25 each, like they all are, they are $10 each. And I don't know how long you'll have access to the Awakening page. I don't know what I'm going to do with those videos. But if you want any of those right now, $10, and I'll put the link right here at under this video. So know that if you're going through trigger after trigger, if you're feeling exhaustion and being unable to sleep, insomnia is a huge part of it right now. If you're feeling aches and pains in your body, if you're just feeling debilitated, love yourself through it. Love yourself through it. I talk about this on the Physical Considerations so much. And the Awakening series is complements Part 2 of my book. But just be gentle with yourself. Know that you're making these huge leaps, and meet the energy with your highest mind, with your most positive self-talk. If you're feeling a little disconnected from your spirit baby or from your intuition, from your higher self, know that when we're disconnected, it's because we're going to be reconnected in a huge way. And I feel like there's this huge reconnection that is about to happen in the next 1, 2 to 3 weeks. Who knows? The sooner the better, I know, but just love yourself through it, okay? And if you're not hearing your spirit baby, you will be hearing him or her stronger than ever. And just be patient and love yourself through it. That's all we can do. All right. I will talk to you again soon. I love you.